How's it going, YouTube? This is Wake Run Collapse. I apologize for all the sale videos recently, but with my massive, yeah, not gonna go there. With the thingies that I've been purchasing and all the holographic cards that I've had, I've wanted to clear out a lot of stock before X and Y 5 hits next week. So I've been doing this once a week type of video thing, and I really wanted to get my last 5th gen sale video for the year out of the way right now. So let's get into it. I've gone through this, this list of 10 or 12 stipulations and rules from my sale video about fall a million times now, but I'm going to say them again for comedic effect as well as for informational effect, because people still seem to find a way to disobey them. They're going to be in the description right down there, but I'm going to read them anyways. I'm not going to reply to you in the comments section. If you want to contact me for a purchase, you have to either PM me on YouTube or you have to email me at wakeruncollapse@gmail.com. Number 2, I'm not going to reply to messages there or emails unless you give me the Pokemon name and the timestamp from the video. This is still happening, guys. If you list the name of the Pokemon that you're looking to purchase, that's not enough for me. These videos are 25 minutes long. They often appear in different piles because of their varying condition, or in different sets because we're comparing all the different sets in the Black and White series together, and it's just a lot easier if you give me the timestamp as well. I will insist on that. Number 3, PayPal is preferred, but I will accept US cash by mail. Can't accept foreign currency, sorry. I've got no way to change it. Number 4, minimum purchase is $2 minimum purchase. Number 5, I do charge shipping. If you buy 8 cards or less, I'm going to ship in plain white envelopes because that's the cheapest way to do it. 9 cards or more, and you get a bubble mailer because I don't feel like filling out 3 separate envelopes for you just to save you like 50 cents or something. Bubble mailers start at $3 when I ship to the United States, and $8 to $10 internationally, and it goes up as the package gets heavier, so keep that in mind too. Number 6, Holos may not be sleeved individually. If you buy a bunch of cards, they're not going to get individual top loaders either. It's the way I cut costs, yada yada yada. Number 7, going to ship when I can. Post office is super busy around Christmas, and guess what? So am I. But I'm going to ship as quickly as possible for you. It can sometimes just take a couple extra days, but I will get you your stuff as soon as I can. Number 8, I will not hold cards for you. If you can't pay within 3 days of receiving an invoice from me, do not message me in the first place. This is really important. If you can't pay for this for a week or 2, don't message me. Okay. If you do want to combine shipping with other sale videos, or if you want to maybe purchase some cards and set them aside by paying up front, of course, and that is fine with me, so that you can combine shipping if you want to buy some maybe Tidal Storm and Gaia Volcano stuff when that sale video hits. But you have to pay for that stuff up front. I'm not going to just hold them aside for you because 99% of the time, I'll never speak to you again. Just how it works. That's a topic for another video, by the way. Number 9, total prices will round up to the nearest dollar. Again, there are 3 for $2 cards in here. There are 3 for $1 cards. If you do not purchase an even dollar amount, I'm just going to round up to the nearest dollar, so that I'm not discounting you for not being able to do math. And number 10 is no longer valid, and I think we're just able to jump into it from here. Awesome, great, grand, wonderful, happy times, happy days. Let's get into this. Okie dokie. So, I'm going to try to go quickly here, but I've got a lot more cards that I have to go through, and this is something that you need to take into account when checking out the length of this here sale video. This is not going to work. The cards you're looking at right now are 3 for $1. 3 for $1. These cards are going to be in very good plus or worse condition. So basically anything below excellent condition is going to be these cards, and these cards are 3 for a buckaroo. It's a great way to stock up on Holos if you want to have an impressive trade binder, or if you want to start collecting. This is a great way to do it, especially if you want to impress your friends by having Japanese cards that they've never even seen before. Yeah, 3 for $1. Honestly, these cards are as cheap as they are, and by the way, there are going to be serious discounts in some of the other piles in this video. Because I want to clear out the stock, I could use the money. I could always use the money. I'm never going to be one of those people that says, no, I don't want money. But I I surely do not need it to complete my my purchase for X and Y5. That is already set aside and taken care of. My American Express card will probably strain a little bit when I complete the transaction, but there's room on the card and I will be fine. So I do not need the money from the sale video for that, but I am looking to clear out stock, and the more important thing is saving time. So by selling a lot of these 3 for $1 holographic cards, they no longer sit in boxes. They no longer sit unsleeved. I don't have to go through them and sort them by exact condition and put them in a KMC Perfect Fit sleeve and then put them into my binder. For every card that I don't have to do that with, that's saving time for me, and time is going to come at a premium starting this Sunday when my job gets crazy. So if anything, consider this a charitable donation to my ability to have a little bit of time to myself at one point or another. Certainly not going to be during the openings of X and Y5, but it will come at some point. Try to go as fast as possible, because you guys have seen most of these before, but there are some new entries into the varying levels of beat-up list. Alright, that pile is done, but we're still in 3 for $1, guys. Yeah. I think I can handle a pile that size. Really don't want this video to be 25 minutes, but with the sheer number of cards, I wouldn't be surprised if it were. All these still 3 for $1, still below excellent condition on all these cards. Some of them are very good, some of them are going to be played. Some of them will be somewhere in between. If you want information on the condition of the cards that you are inquiring about, then, you know, specify that. Don't be a dill hole and say, how are all these cards, or how much for all these cards, or ask ridiculous condition questions, because that can be, well, pretty troublesome to me. Like, this card, probably not so great. But some of these other ones just have a little bit more edgeware than I would consider excellent. You might even consider them excellent in the first place. So if you want specific information for a card or a few cards, just ask. Otherwise, I will automatically give you the best available condition card out of these piles, and that goes for the 2 for $1 pile. And I say 2 for $1 pile because people who are familiar with my previous 5th Gen sale video know that most of the Holos were 3 for $2 last time, and I have since dropped the price to 2 for $1 for probably 80% of the Holos that were in that pile in the first place. So just keep that in mind. That's the end of 3 for $1 beat up stuff. I have some, what's this? Is this 2 for $1 stuff? Yeah. Yeah, okay. Things are fine. Things are progressing well. We got this. A few 2 for $1 things, still the same condition. Conditions will vary from very good and below. This Blastoise, you did notice a Blastoise in the 3 for $1 pile, but that one was, that had like bullet holes in it and shit. This one is better. And all these A-Specs are going to be 2 for $1 as well. Yes, these ones are going to be $1. Again, still same condition, very good or worse, but it does include a bunch of EX Battle Boost reverses, which are nightmarish to find. If you're not picky about your condition, this is absolutely going to be your best opportunity, your cheapest opportunity to get them. And a few $2 reverses from EX Battle Boost. We have the Articuno, the Kyurem, and the Meloetta. Okay, so that's the played or very good or good pile. I am really not looking forward to going through all these cards, so I'm not going to. I have a crap load of Dragon Selection. I will show you one of each card. That's how we're going to do this, because I've got hundreds of them. I am looking to unload a lot of my Dragon Selection stuff, all at once, to one person. So if you're looking for an individual card, expect to pay, you know, individual card prices. Like some of these will probably be 50 cents. If you're looking for a Rayquaza, it's going to be more. I've only got a couple of those. And conditions will vary in here, so again, if you're looking for certain cards, keep in mind that the conditions will vary, and I will give you the best available condition card unless you ask for a specific condition. But I'm looking to unload a lot of these at once. Here's your Fracture, there's your other Fracture. I've just got so many of these guys. Did I skip one? I don't think I did. Did I skip one? I don't no longer know. There's Dredagon. I got one Super Rod. Got a few of the fast or first tickets, depending on your translation, and 2 of the experience shares. I want to show these cards individually because I do have varying condition shiny collection cards as well. I'm also not going to ask for specific pricing on these, but they're going to be cheap if you buy a lot of them. They're going to be a little less cheap if you buy only a few. And again, conditions will vary. I don't know, shiny collection was kind of fun. It was kind of stupid, but it was kind of fun too. Kind of interesting that right after X and Y 5 is done, in the end of January, like January 30th or something goofy like that, there's going to be another mini set released in Japan. It's going to be a 34 card set, 15 packs per box, 6 cards in each pack. Hopefully it's not shiny collection all over again and they do something a little bit different with it. Hopefully they have like a couple of EXs and like a Mega EX in there just to kind of mix things up. But yeah, Dragon Selection, Shiny Collection, the more you buy, the less I'll charge you. If you buy a really big amount, I wouldn't be surprised if I charge you like 25 cents a card. Back into the marvel of unpriced cards, though. These are all going to be promotional cards. Again, conditions will vary. If you're interested in a specific card, give me the card name, like the Pokemon name or the trainer card name, and again, the timestamp on the video, and I would happily research for things like condition or, you know, price. A lot of these I'm just planning on ending up shoving into my promo binder, which of course is going to be part of my trade binder, given that 99% of these are duplicates in comparison to my collection. But I'm going to need to do a little bit of research to get proper pricing for you guys. I do not want to overcharge you for something. If I've got a buttload of things like all these Embors, I'm more likely to let those artworks go for a little bit less. Ooh, fancy Blastoise and Gyarados. 2 of those. I mean, I've got more of those, but just 2 for this pile so far. Sorry that the commentary is a little bit boring here. I'm mostly focusing on just rolling through all these cards. And by rolling through, I mean throwing a Samurott on the ground. That is a Kyurem EX non-holo. In case you were curious. Couple of them Thundurus, that cool looking Zekrom there. There's odd holographic patterns on these Munos and a few others. Ooh, scratch my eye. I've always found them pretty peculiar. They make for an interesting setup in the promo binder, though. Oh boy. So how's you guys' holiday season so far? You doing well shopping for other people? You have stuff on your Christmas list yet? Or if you don't celebrate Christmas, you know, everything else is cool. If you celebrate Hanukkah, that's great. If you celebrate Kwanzaa, that's great too. If you don't celebrate at all, still great, because December is a cool month. Dragon-type promos are cool too. So are Eevees, but I got a bunch of them. I myself have shopped for a few people so far, but I'm not done, and I always delay the wrapping as long as possible. So you can bet that I will probably have a drink in hand and be wrapping around 10:30, 11 o'clock on Christmas Eve for other people. I'm barely going to get the presents under the tree before Santa gets here. So I'm just a procrastinator like that. Anyways, all the promos are done. So here's the meat and potatoes of the video. A lot of the 3 for $2 holographic cards that are in excellent condition or better, which is everything you're going to see in the video from here on out, a lot of those dropped from 3 for $2 to 2 for $1. And that's pretty exciting for me. And again, we're going to reset and start over with the black collection. A lot of these cards are going to stick because a lot are sleeved and a lot are not, and it just kind of staggers, so I might go a little bit slower to try to prevent that from happening. At least here you can tell quantities, like, what is that, like 13 bear ticks or something? The less desirable Pokemon tend to pile up a little bit. And who knows, at some point in the future, maybe if I'm really far behind on sorting into my trade binder, I may offer giant lots of particular cards. And offer them at discounted rates. Either multiples of specific cards or not. I don't know, that's just something I'm kicking around in my brain. You can let me know if you happen to be interested in something like that. You wouldn't be able to pick and choose your cards, but you would likely get better pricing. Now we're on to white collection. So many Samurott. Also lots of Thunderous. You'd think that with all the practice I've had of going through cards one by one, I'd be masterful at it by now, but I feel like I just get worse and worse. That's peculiar. That the Victini would be there. I'll show you why in a second. Because there's still another Verzian to go through. But if you couldn't guess, we're on red collection now. Great opportunities to start a holographic set for this set. You can still find booster boxes for red collection every now and then for a decent price, but they're not extremely prevalent. Nor Curum Holos for 50 cents. How often do you see that? Electros, though, man. We're going to be straight about Electros for a second. Electros has followed me around in the polls from, like, basically every set that he's been in. It's like the opposite of all Lysander cards. Ugh. We're still in black and white, too. That is actually the reason why a lot of these are 2 for $1, because I've got so many of them. Ooh, gotta move this guy over. Oh, just cruising through, don't mind us. Maybe a little bit more. There we go. Because this Hydreigon also worth a lot more than 2 for $1, but when you've got a bunch of them, it kind of reduces the value to yourself. So I would just like to get rid of some of these. Would love to have a trade binder with another 11 in them, but I would not like to actually have to sort them all out. So feel free to buy in multiple quantities if there's a particular Pokemon that you like more than the others, or if you think something is a special deal. Heck, even if you want to flip them yourself, I'm not going to really mind. I would just like to sell these, make a small profit, provide a great service for the Japanese Poketubing community, and then just move on down the line from there. To be completely honest, And, you know, now that we're at this point in the video, where I realize that I'm not going to save any time off of previous installments, if we're completely honest, if I were not interested in continuing to collect future sets, I have more than enough inventory to open a store. Not like a brick and mortar store, but like an online store, like an e-store. And sell the cards from there for more expensive prices, but have the availability there all the time. That's just not the route that I want to take. I also not really interested in selling on eBay. I will if I have to, but I prefer not to. Ooh, sorry. They have the 7th inning stretch in baseball. I'm doing the 20-minute stretch right now. Ugh, hope you guys are too. This video was long as hell. I promise this is going to be the last really long sale video for a really long time on my channel. I heard some of my nearby neighbors are going to be getting some snow this week too, like New York and northern New England will be getting them. I live between Boston and the Cape. So, most of the time, at this point in the season, we're getting just rain to some ugly mixes, but it turns pretty quickly in the next few weeks to almost always snow here, because we're still inland enough that we don't get the full effects of the coast. When the wind comes in from offshore, there's not really a whole lot of mix. Why am I talking about weather? If only this weren't pre-recorded and this were a live stream, I would have literally a stream of comments telling me to shut up, that I am not Al Roker. Move that over a little bit more. We're all the way in black and white 6 now, and that's cool. Progress is progress. And maybe we'll get it right around 25 minutes. There's some heavy sleeves in here. Freeze Bolt and Cold Flare, now on Plasma Gale. I was actually really considering, I was humming and hawing over putting Manaphy in the 3 for 2 pile, which is coming up, as well as these Zekroms, but I decided against it. Whoops, I'm wondering if those Hydreigons are supposed to be there, but they were in the 2 for $1 pile. We'll keep them at the 2 for $1 pile. That's what the Pokemon name and the timestamp is there for. Okie dokie, where's our cut from here? Perfect. Okay, this stuff is going to be 3 for $2. This is, again, going to be some reducing in here, because there were a lot of these cards that were in the $1 pile before, and I actually don't have a $1 pile this time around. Which is kind of weird. At least $1 for excellent and above, which these cards still are. A lot of these will be mint, some will be near mint, some will be excellent. But these ones will all be 3 for 2. And thank goodness I'm in frame, because I literally forgot that I had to be in frame for like 30 seconds there. 3 for 2, 3 for 2, 3 for 2. There's the Absol, Rock Guard, and the Dragon Knights. Alright, these guys are going to be $2 a piece. It does include some really nice condition, reverse holos from EX Battle Boost, and a couple of Umbreons, which is always important. Sorry, my stacks of cards are actually getting them in the way of themselves. These are all $2, $2, $2, $2. This set sucks to complete in reverse holo. You want to know how I know? Because I still haven't done it. And I've worked really, really hard to do so. I'm still missing that darn Snivy. Those are all $2. And there are a few, just a few, $3 reverse holos from EX Battle Boost. Also excellent or better. The Charmander, the Moltres, the Meloetta, the Terrakion, and the Hydreigon. That is reverse, I swear. Thank you very much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video. I'm under 25 minutes, so I'm going to take my own advice from countless previous videos and shut up and leave you alone. Be at peace. Enjoy the rest of your day.